All right, it's Wednesday, hump day, May 1st. Holy moly, it's May 1st already. So here we are back at it again. This is our 0DTE cherry trade, where we take some of those trades that are put out there by the cherry twins, cherry duo. And so far this one's doing good. This is a 0DTE butterfly. And let's go ahead and put on today's trade. So I'll go over to simulated trades. Go to the May 1 0DTE options. But my thinkorswim is really laggy still. I thought that I had the magic solution to fix it, but it doesn't seem to be working. Is anyone else's thinkorswim out there acting really weird lately? Like slow and you have to restart it and just really clunky? All right, so let's say we're going to say analyze by trade, and then we'll say butterfly. Oh, we don't want to sell it. We want to buy it. Okay, so let's go to the risk graph. Like, see how slow that is? I clicked it. That should change. Something's up with thinkorswim. Boy, I hope it's not all downhill from here, since Schwab took over or is taking over. Okay, so let's go to. This is going to be at the money. So we're going to buy a May 50. SPX is trading at 50.18. So let's call that 50.20. So I'll change this middle strike to 50.20. I'll go 15 points above for the upper wing, and we'll go 15 points below for the lower wing. Okay, there's that one. There's our 15 pointer. Wow, that's cheap. $1.60. Am I missing something here? What's going on? Look how slow this is. God, it's like molasses. Okay, so there's our 15 wide. I'm going to say analyze trade and just duplicate that one. And then the second one will be if thinkorswim is acting weird for anybody watching this video, like right now, May 1st, 2024, email me or put it in the comments, because I call thinkorswim. They're all, oh no, we haven't really heard anything about that. But I wonder if they said to everybody. I wonder if everyone's calling and saying, yeah, my thinkorswim is really sluggish and sucky right now. And they're just acting like, well, you're the only one. I'm not sure. Maybe I am the only one. But if I'm not, if anyone else out there is having the same thing, put it in the comments, and I'll call them, and I'll record it. I'll put it on my YouTube channel. Okay, so here's our 20 wide. So same short strike. We'll go. Oh, look, it's moving around already. So it's up to 50.25. See, thinkorswim is so slow that I can't even keep up with the price action. Come on, thinkorswim. So this is our 20 wide. Let's go to 50. Well, let's just go to 50.20 for right now. Then we'll adjust it. So for the upper one, we want to go 20 points above. So that would be 50.40, 20, 30, 40. And then for the lower one, we'll go down to 5,000. So that's 20. So there's our 20 pointer. And then I'm going to set up my 25 pointer. And then I'll dial them all in. Okay. Come on. See, I clicked that. Look, it hasn't even check marked on yet. This sucks. Okay. I mean, what if there's like fast. Well, today's Fed day, which would be interesting to see if these like bleed out really super slow or not. But like, what if there was some fast action? I had to make a quick adjustment, and I'm just like clicking the button and nothing's happening for like 20 minutes. Okay, so this one will be 25 points. So let's go to 50.20 is our middle one, so we'll go to 45. 20, 30, 45. And then on the lower side, we'll go to 95, right? 4995. Come on. Look at that. Look at that, it just stuck. I'm gonna have to think. I'm gonna have to have a talk with those guys that thinkorswim. Okay, so now let's get them in. So now it took so long to just set these up that it's probably back in line again. So SPX is trading at 50.23, so we want to go to 25 on those. I hesitate to do that because it's going to take so long to change all these because it's so slow that it'll probably go back to the other number by the time I'm done. Oh, there it is. Oh, come on. Well, Okay. That pricing looks weird. That's really too good. I mean, that's so good. I should probably just take darn trade. Okay, so let's see. 50, now we're at 50.20. Okay, so everything else is at 50.20, so we'll leave everything else. And then we'll go. I just restarted this computer too, so this is like a fresh restart. Schwab. Okay, so here's our 50.20. So I'm going to lock these prices in. God, I clicked it like. Okay, I'm clicking it right now. Oh, now it works faster. I'm clicking it right now. Look at that. There, that's a long time. That's way too long. Come on, Thinkorswim. Schwab. Okay, so we got all the prices locked in. Oh my gosh, this is collect garbage. I'm gonna have to make an update on my video about how to fix the lag on Thinkorswim and say disregard everything I said. Okay, so here's our 15-pointer. Price locked in, off and running. Here is our 20-pointer. So I'm just monitoring 3 different widths. At the Money Butterflies, always starting around 7 a.m. California time. And this is we're in the paper trading segment of this test. So I did a bunch of back testing on this, and then now we're doing like forward paper trading. And this is how I paper trade. I just set up these simulations in here, lock the price in, and then just monitor each one throughout the day. I don't actually like go into paper money and place trades and all that stuff. This is the much quicker, idiot-proof way to do it. I just create these simulated trades, lock the price in at the start, which we just did, and then I just monitor them throughout the day and see how they perform. So that's our 15-pointer. Here is our, oh, look at that, so slow. I'm going to have to restart after I pause this video. Okay, there's our 20-pointer. And then here is our 25-pointer. And it's not my computer. This computer has a ton of RAM in it. This is like a top of the line MacBook Pro. Maybe it's a Mac thing. Anyway, if anyone else out there has issues with their TOS lately, like the last couple weeks, I'd appreciate it if you just put it in the comments. And then I have some proof. I have some verification when I call Thinkorswim and say, hey, listen, it's not just me, man. Okay, so there's our 3 trades. So we're off and running. So I'm just going to check in every 15 minutes or so on these till about 8:30. That's our morning session. And then we'll do a mid-morning session, and then we'll do an end-of-day settlement segment. And today's Fed day, so I'm expecting a lot of price movement around. I'm expecting the potential to go crazy around 11-ish California time. And it'll also be interesting. In the past, I've seen trades like this, they give up profits much slower. Like they bleed the theta out much slower because it sort of feels like all the theta is being held into them until a Fed announcement. Maybe I'm just imagining that, but today will be interesting to see if there's anything to that we see. And then, so that's it. And again, if you guys have any Thinkorswim problems, put them in the darn comments down there, and I'll call those guys up and say, hey, check this out. All these, it's not just me. If it is just me, well, just put them in there anyway. It'll help my case. Okay, so I'll be back in a few minutes, 15 minutes or so, off and running. Let's just put one of these up, see where we're at. 15-pointer right there. And I'll be back. Okay, here we are back. It's this is our 7:30 check-in. And let's take a look at what we got with this really super slow, sluggish, agonizing Thinkorswim. Okay, so here is our 15-pointer. 15-point butterfly. Oh, look at this. This is really bad. So I just checked. Look at that. So everything's unchecked, but it's still showing the darn. Come on, Thinkorswim. Is it like this for everybody? Maybe it's a Mac thing. Okay, here's our 15-pointer. I feel like I'm moving in slow motion. This is taking so long to come up. Look at, so that thing should be up. I checked that on. That risk graph should be showing. Oh man, this is bad. I'm gonna restart. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Let's see if this is still. So that's insane. So I don't know if you can hear my mouse, but I'll say click when I click my mouse. Click. Oh, now it works. Okay, so anyway, here's our 15 pointer. So our 15 point is inside the tent, and it's showing about break even. Hasn't moved much. This is sort of familiar with Fed days. It just doesn't do anything till the meeting notes or whatever they are come out, and then everything goes haywire. Which is why I don't like to trade credit spreads or trades like this on Fed day. We'll monitor it. Maybe it's not. Maybe it'll come out in the next hour or so. But you can see this one is just break even. It's showing a minus. It's like down $10. And usually all the week in our previous trades, this has always been positive at this point. Okay, so here's our 20 pointer. Our 20 pointer is showing minus $10. Look at this software, Thinkorswim. So let's just say, $15. So maybe say break even. Let's say break even to $10 on that one. God, I don't want to reinstall the software because I think if I reinstall the software, it's all my settings, all my like layouts and everything. I think they just get wiped out and I got to recreate them. Okay, so here's 25 points. This is our 25 point butter. This one's up $5. Yeah, that's 5 bean burritos. Right, Connor? No. Yeah, it is. Well, if they're on sale. Okay, so that's it. That's our update for this one. So we'll check back in about 15 minutes. Hopefully Thinkorswim will start to work better. And we'll be back. All right, here we are with 7:45 update. And here is our 15 pointer. So this is showing about the same. It's about zero. Break even, maybe $5, $10. Oh, 25. Okay. So maybe we're making a little bit of ground there. Here is the 20 pointer. This one is showing $5. $5. And then the last one's a 25 pointer. And this one is showing, well, it's showing it's down like $30. No, let's just call it break even, I guess. So yeah, so these are looking like they're slow today. Slow to come into profit. Probably because it's Fed day. We'll check it out. All right, so I'll be back in about 15. Okay, here we are, 8 o'clock. Let's see where we're at. So let's start with our 15 point wide. This one's showing a profit of $9. $9 measly dollars after about an hour in the trade. So yeah, I'd say definitely this thing is not coming into profits as it normally does. It's being held back. It's being restrained because of the Fed meeting, I'm sure. So anyway, so there's our 15 pointer. We're inside the tent. We're up about break even or $10. Our 20 pointer is inside the tent and showing a profit of $20 to $30. And then our last one, our 25 wide, is inside the tent showing 19-ish, $10 to $19. So that's the 8 o'clock update. We got 2 more this morning, and then we got one. Maybe I'll like watch these or watch one of these during the Fed announcement and see what happens. See what happens with a lot of movement happening. That might be interesting to kind of watch live. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, here we are at 8:30. I missed the 8:15 one, but it doesn't look like much has happened anyway. So it's 8:30. This will be our final check-in for the morning session. Here's our 15 points butterfly. This one is showing right now a profit of $5. 5 big ones. So it's just really slow. It's leaking theta very slow, like through a pinhole. That zero, so it's like break even, maybe a couple bucks. Here's the the 20-point wide. This one's showing break even to 15, 20 bucks, 10. And then the final one is the 25-point wide. This one is showing profit of $5 to 15 bucks. So that's it for the morning session. I'll be back at 10:30ish for the mid-morning check-in. And then there's the Fed meeting. So I'll see you in a... Okay, here we go. This is our 10:30 update. It's 10:40, but close enough. Close enough for government work. Okay, so let's see. Here's our trades. The Fed comes on in like 20 minutes or so. And I think I'm going to go ahead and videotape this through the Fed, at least the first part of it, to see if we get some wild action and how these things react to crazy Fed day movement. Anyway, here's the update for right now. So this is the mid-morning update, 10:40. And here's our 15-pointer. This is, look at that. Isn't that nuts? That price, there's absolutely no profit out of this at all. So that all that profit, all that theta is just being held in there. There should be like way more profit in here on a normal day than this. So this is like basically showing break even. 20 bucks, 5, 10, just kind of bouncing around. Nothing. That's really, that's I guess that's good to know. I mean, if you want to trade on Fed day, you could wait until the last second. But we should watch the market action, see what happens to this during that ridiculous movement time. So let's look at the next one. The next one is the 20-pointer. The 20-pointer is up about nothing, $5. Same thing, nada. It's just holding its breath, waiting for the Fed. And then the last one is the 25-pointer. This is showing the same thing. It's just break even, nothing coming out of those guys. All right, so that's 10:30. I'll probably come back on at 11 or so, and we'll watch these trades with the reaction and with the Fed stuff and see how these react. So I'll see you in a few. Okay, here we go. It's 10:56 a.m. California time, and Jerome Powell is in the green room stretching and getting ready to come on out and give us the goods. So I'm also part of this really cool group that we do day trading, micro futures day trading. Every morning we get on there and there's a live room, and it's a great community. It's a great way to spend the morning. And they're going to be, my friend Brad, he's running the room this afternoon for the Fed meeting. And so I'm going to be including that in here, just kind of switching back and forth. So we'll be able to watch his commentary, which is probably a lot more interesting than mine. But the main thing we want to watch, well, we can see what's going on with the regular market too, with Brad as he calls it out. But with these butterflies, I just want to kind of like watch these come into profit. Like look at this. So this has been on all day since 7, and it's at break even. So they have let the market makers, or whoever they are, maybe Janet Yellen, no, not her, but they haven't let any of this premium out all day. It's at break even basically. That's the 15-pointer. Here's the 20-pointer. I mean, on a normal day, this hump would be way up here. So that's at break even. Let's look at the 25 real quick. 25-pointer, basically the same thing. So I just want to watch that. I want to see that thing, just those pop in. I'm not sure which one to watch. I guess I'll try to go back and forth between them. Let's start with the 25-pointer. So I'm going to move this over here so we can keep an eye on this. And we'll just kind of go back and forth. We can eavesdrop on the room to fill in all the holes where I don't know what to say. But again, so it's 10:58 now. I guess maybe at 11. For some reason, I don't think it's right at 11, but we'll find out soon, I'm sure. So I'm going to pull in my good friend Brad from the room. And we'd love for you to join us in this room. We get on here every day. If you'd like a free golden ticket, free pass in, temporary pass anyway, for like 2 weeks or something. I forget what it is. I think maybe 2 weeks a month, 3 weeks, something like that. But I can get you a free trial ticket in here. Just reach out to me. Leave it in the comments. Leave a comment in the comments. You'd like to go into the micro futures day trading room, or just email me. That's probably better. I check all my emails. Just go over to my website and sign up for my free email newsletter. I'll leave a link to my website in the description below. Head on over there. Sign up for my free email newsletter, and then you'll get a welcome email from me. Just reply right back to that welcome email and say, hey, how can I get into the micro futures day trading room for free? and I'll hook you up. All right, let's listen to Brad here and watch these butterflies explode in profits.
We're sitting at a stacked point of control here at the 50-40 range. So we will watch that as well. Let's watch the NQ because it just goes stupid when these things kick in. So let's just watch for fun.
Okay, so just watch this premium here.
These levels.
There's this pink line.
Take off.
So here, look, it's already kind of like bouncing up. It's getting jittery.
Here we go.
Holy crap!
In a way, the idiotic algorithm.
Oh, here we go. This is right at 11, man.
So let's see. Coming up here, looking at the top of this range here. It'll be an interesting.
So you see that pink line popping up, 180.
Relatively kind of small movement, staying inside range so far. Let's see, the Dow is coiling up and still kind of making a move back up to some of its higher area. ES coming to the top of its range, looking for a breakout. Steve Carlson, are you ready to short this? I know Steve Carlson's been expecting a lot shorter move today from this morning. So we'll see if we'll see what kind of resistance we have here at the +2s. $509 level.
Okay, I'm going to go to the 15-minute. Let's look at the 15-minute real quick. So here's the 15-minute. We're still inside the tent. Here's 20.
We're going to see how well this top goes with
20-pointer.
See what it does there. I was trying to get in there. We'll see what happens. Well, this, that's stupid.
There's the 25-pointer.
Sim thing's not putting in a market order because of the way the chaos is. So we're going to can that. Need to have a limit order up here.
Order submitted.
At that level, and we're going to give it a little room to breathe. Buying. $40 room move. And let's see, we're going to also look down here. Oop. Hit that button right. Sitting right at the low of day, right back inside range. So coming right back under to the VWAP line.
So it's not really moving around yet.
Trying to push that up a little bit. We'll probably see a.
I'm gonna take the volume down on this guy.
That strong push.
So this, the market hasn't really moved much. It's moved up a little bit. There's a lot of bouncing going on though in this line. I don't know if these were real trades. If we would, maybe if we had working orders at the high end of what we can see, maybe we could get out of these, like on an automatic exit order. But it's a pretty big range. It's like what, going from zero, like break even, popping up to, well, there's 90, 114, 179. So there's just a lot of bouncing up and down right now. We'll kind of see. So it's 11:03. I kind of forget when when does the real movement start to happen? It may happen now, or I think that there's like something released, and then I think he comes out and talks. So we'll just go back to Brad here and just keep watching this thing bounce around.
MNQ. Let's take a look. Dow is just grinding a little bit, rotating upward above its point of control, so it's still making a little bit of a move. Continuation today, so it's stayed up outside of its range. Looks like we're going to come in here and tie at 43. And we'll give it a stop of about 20 points-ish on the MNQ. Looking here, again, we're just at that high point. I'm going to move it up just to the high point of that day there. Only because we're at 20.
Order canceled.
Move that down there. And we'll see how well she responds. Coming down here, looking at if we come back into this zone here, we'll buy that.
Order filled.
Hello.
Order filled.
Oh, this is okay.
Okay, so we're still in the tent, upper edges of the tent. We still don't have like a solid, it's just really bouncy right now. No real profit. Let's look at the chart. Let's say the SPX and go to like the 1 minute. So here's today, and here is what's going on right now.
Something's goofy on that whole thing.
Order filled.
I'm not going to mess with it today. Right here, we're looking at a breakout. I would look at an opportunity to buy. Do not know why a buy limit
Order filled.
automatically fills. Interesting.
Order filled.
Must be doing something with the memory and what's going on in this room as well. Hey, welcome, Rebecca. Your schedule allowed you to join us today. That's awesome. I'm anticipating a move right back up into this level here at the 593s for a test. Personally, not favoring it, not biased, but I would not be shocked to see if it came up here and touched this level at some point during all of this. Looking at the ES here, same thing. We've got some pretty strong moves here. I'd like to, my charts look a little bit different. Thank you, MN Luke, for the indicator that took out the wicks and the candlestick bodies for a color to match the green and the red bars. It's taken a little bit of getting used to, but I like it. I like the easy on the eyes and also quick to read on the wick. The control, so thank you very much for that. MN Luke put that in the Discord channel under the pre-market session channel. And then I also applied that over here on the...
Okay, so let's see what we got. This is the 25 pointer. We're still inside the tent. We're showing a profit of not much. I mean, it's bouncing to higher levels than it was before the 11 o'clock hour, but it hasn't really like solidified at a higher profit amount. So it's showing like, let's say, break even to 20-ish. Still inside the tent. That's the 25 wide butterfly. Let's look at the 15. Here's the 15 wide. We're still inside the tent and bouncing up to 100. So, you know, it's possible. That's 94. So with this one, there's a profit target of 50. So if we had this trade on like real money and we had the exit order set at $50, it's possible that it would have gotten triggered with some of these bounces, I think. I mean, that's been my experience in the past. It's bouncing up to like $100. So I think that we could have gotten out of that one for a profit target at profit target of $50 for this 15. But we'll keep watching it. And then here's the 20-pointer, 20-point butterfly. The profit target on this is $75. Look at that. That's amazing how it just holds on to that. I wonder if they like it's got to exhale all that theta, all that profit, unless they just kind of let it out beforehand, or are they going to let it out? Are they going to let it out at the end of today or tomorrow? So that's the 20-pointer. And here's the 25. 25 points wide. So you can see the pink line seems to be staying at least in a profit now, bouncing from like 20 to 80-ish. So it's left the platform of break even pretty much. But it's still, like if this was a regular day, this butterfly at this point in this position there'd be a lot of profit sitting in this. The profit target on this is $100. I don't really see it even bouncing up to 100. Look, we got a down move going on now. Look at that. So that's at 11:10 or 11:11. That's probably where Powell just kind of he came sliding out onto the stage like Tom Cruise in Risky Business. A gap. Okay, so this is showing more profit now. You can see that the pink line is staying up there. It's remaining levitated. Where before, well, maybe I spoke too soon. Let's go back to the 15-minute. Here's the 15-minute. Now this one, I think, if we had an exit order at $50, I think that it probably would have already gotten filled on one of these bounces. There's 75. There's 100, 55. We'll go back to the 20-point butterfly. Profit target on this one is $75, which I haven't seen. Oh, there's 79, 80. And then the 25-pointer where the profit target's 100. Just sort of slowly letting go of the theta, I guess. Let's go look at what this guy's got going on.
I think it was 3. Not real sure. But Linus is a good testimony. Any of the trial members want to pick Linus's brain about his experience with TDG and what he's seen and what he's learned so far, definitely DM him directly. He's always willing to at least share his experiences, or at least he's pretty candid. He's going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yes, right back to it. We'll watch and see. Coming off of its VWAP, the Dow trading right now, staying between +1 at the 38,100s up to the 3172. So about a 100-point range, bouncing and trading right off of this. It's done it pretty consistently throughout the day. So we take a look. Dow has been just nicely making its move up. You can see right here the higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. So it's just been this little steady methodical rotation on a move up for the Dow pretty much for the day. We look at the ES, and you can see on the ES side of things, it's been range. All range came up here, took out, look at that, came up here, flushed up top of here, and has moved right back into the middle of the muck. So we can watch and see how the bands have been trading for the ES. Let's get over on the ES here. The ES has been trading range primarily this morning. trading that range, trading a range, peaking up a little bit, and then always falling back in and falling back towards VWAP. So even that move up here outside of the plus twos, that overshoot, he came back in, traded to 1, back up to 2, and then now right back to VWAP. So that second retest at once it got back inside the bands, you can see how it's responding to the bands and trading back to VWAP. So that's always when as you're learning to trust the bands and see how the bands are working in regards to your 30-minute chart, those are things that you want to look at, and that's why you look at both. That's why I watch both charts, and I don't use just this as my key trigger. I use both. I look to see if I'm in a range where I want to trade. In terms of looking short, look at this 60 level, look at this 60 level, anywhere from this 60 up and above, and looking at the overnight as another potential. We've stayed well within this range most of the day. That one, just with that overshoot, came back in. So you can see now, you can see price action kind of building up a little bit of momentum off of this last 2 hours. So I would not be shocked if we set a new high up here at some level, just based on some of the price action movement on the 30-minute candles or 15-minute candles. These are 15 minutes. Let me move that back to 30. So again, we're looking at levels below us. We have a real strong stack point of control on the ES from several days back, from all the way back here on the 25th, and then also February 21st represents this light blue range here. So a lot of buying support right in this area, and you can see that with how price has responded today with respect to that. So each time it came down to that zone, it's bounced up. So again, even when it came down into this area, this bid zone area, opportunity within 2 to 3 points to take a long and have a stop protected behind it. 3 to 5 points, and on a micro is $15 to $25 in terms of your risk budget for a 1 contract trade. And then you can do your math if you're putting on more contracts. What else is going on? Questions, thoughts? Marcel, current, yeah. What's everybody's CURPOS right now? Marcel, you're long at 483. Okay. Let's take a look at that 483. And I'm assuming, yeah, that's on the NASI. So 483, so you're right at it. Right here at this, you can see all of these kind of on the Renko bars. You can see these are support levels, swing lows, and how they've been stacking up there. You can see that 483 trying to hold. Buyers are trying to hold it. Could dip and see a reaction here at the low of day from yesterday. It has responded there several times. Buyers have responded at it, so you can see where that response is coming from and why. You can also see VWAP right here, and then you have that other trading level.
Okay, so we're at about 11:18, and I'm kind of surprised that this thing hasn't given up more money. We haven't moved very much. I mean, I've seen a bunch bigger moves on Fed days than this, at least so far. But I would think that this thing would be blossoming more than, I mean, it is from where it's been all day, but it's slowly pumping up into moneyhood, I guess. So let's just take a quick look at them again. This is the 15. Here's the 15 point. Yeah, I would expect more profit in that than this, but we'll keep watching it. Maybe they're waiting for him to come out and talk. Here is the 20 pointer, 20-point butterfly. Showing that's showing some profit. 45. Oh, well, I don't know.
Very little edge.
It's afraid to give it up so far. Seems
But
like.
from a trading perspective, as
Here's the
range traders, we
25
love
pointer.
flat bands because that means the bands are respecting the line.
And the chart is like this.
And if we look back here on the MNQ, you can see
All right.
how that is done.
Well, we'll keep an eye on it.
To the top side and came and went through one, so that would have been a first profit take. Then you could have kept a runner on to trade back to point of control over the VWAP. Now we can see rinse and repeat, and comes back up into this area again, looking for an opportunity to trade it back. We have stronger confidence with the lines being flat. Let's take a look at and see how the ES is doing. If the MQ is sitting there steady Eddie, so is the ES typically. Let's see if the Dow is maintaining. Now you can see here the Dow is moving in a different direction, or it has an incline to it. Let's look at the arrow here. You can see right here the bands were relatively flat for right around the open time this morning, and then they have been trending upward. Here we have a slant here, and you can see the bounce each time between +2, +1, +2, +1. So you can see that trend maintaining, and even now it's still doing exactly that. Now it's leveling out just a little bit. You can see it's kind of leveling off a little bit at here. The bands are starting to flatten out a little bit more, but that's something that you want to watch in addition to your range trader. You're looking at those types of moves. With the movement right now, you can throw out some questions, trial members, with the market being a little bit slower, different things like that. And if you have questions regarding any of the 30-minute chart or any of the bands, throw those out there. If I can't answer it, there's plenty of members in the room that can add input. You see the Dow quieting down a little bit. And do we know what time Powell's supposed to start speaking? Is that starting at the in about 40 minutes? Does that typically start at 2? Something like that. All right, let's see. 2:30. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, JJ. One thing to note always when you're doing your pre-market checks or when you're coming into the market fresh, like even this afternoon, you always want to take a look at the levels of today versus yesterday. So you want to always look at yesterday's range. This is the green low of day. This is high of day. So a natural bid zone, offer zone. You'll see Rod draw in the morning sessions. He'll draw a zone up here, and he'll label that an offer zone. And then down here also where we can look on this level here. Since we've been trading here, this is a bid zone holding so far throughout the day. Trading days thus far. Lot of to see that up there be a big strong move. Who knows? But it would take a lot to get the market to move all the way back up to there. Area of interest is always right here at this extended point of control. You can see this one here. You can also see this This one right here on the Dow. This naked point of control from order flow was put in on the 25th, and it extended through here, traded through it yesterday, and we're kind of coming back up into that this high volume node right here as something to keep an eye on. Cash has a question. Let's see. And Ripper Trader has lost limit for that day. What happens at the end of the day? Cash, it resets. It resets on the R Trader. You go in and you're looking for the tab. You're looking for the third tab over that you can control by trader. Let me show you real quick too. Let's see. Right here in the trading room under training. Right here under training. Yesterday I put a quick little 4-minute Loom video in here explaining all of that, Cash. So if you look under Discord, under our training link, automating daily risk budget threshold and Rhythmic Trader Pro. This is a Loom video on how to do it. So it's under training, and I have the link here. So for members, you can get in and see that. Let me just cut and paste it for you. For any of the trial members interested in learning more about it, it is right there. So there you go. You can have that information. That's a quick way to set up your daily risk budgets on an automated basis through Rhythmic. There we go. The Dow, look at there. Hey, watch. Look at that coming in right to that exact spot. We'll see what kind of reaction the Dow has at this point, or if it continues. It'll probably trade through here for a little bit on the decision and direction that it will go. There goes the ES. Pushing up.
Order filled.
And the MNQ pushing up. I would protect your stops during a day like this. Any gains that you have off of the point of control or below, any of that off of that level, I would protect it. But you're looking for a potential move here all the way back up to the 590s and the 600 level. If it decides to break out here and retrace some of yesterday's move, in the short run, it's right there. Let's see. Ricky asking, hey, Brad, how would you personally protect yourself from long breakout? How do you personally protect yourself from long breakout and shorting? Okay, that's a graceful exit. One day, today for sure, I would have tight stops. You're going to need tight stops on this for sure. Just because if you're trying to short this back into this range a minute, especially with the FOMC conversation, and we've coiled up here quite a bit, so seeing a push potentially up back into this range, I would have a tight stop and protect it from there, and then look for a reset. Me personally, just put a stop at stop loss at 5 points above. Ricky, what are you trading? Which market or instrument are you trading? NQ is flying. That's right. Good. Yep. There we go. Well, Steve Carlson, if you're in here, you see this move?
Stop filled.
He already called this out. He says it's going to move up here, and then it's going to work its way back down here. So we will see how she plays, how she trades today. Interesting. Wonder with the volatility up here, I would look anywhere up in this level here at the 89. I would still be pretty cautious about shorting or trying to short up into this high.
Okay, just checking back in here real quick. So we've moved up outside the tent now. Let's take a look at the chart real quick first. So here's the oh, how does that work? Oh, yikes. Come on. Okay, so this is today. So there's the move we're doing right now. So we're moving up. So on the tents, we're outside the tent now, and this is the 25 pointer. Let's start with the 15. So the 15-point butterfly, we're outside the tent, and we have we still have a potential profit there. It's bouncing around from, like, say, break even to 30ish, 60. I saw. So, I mean, no big loss at this point if we were out on this. So let's go to the 20-point butterfly. Same thing. We're outside the tent, but we're still showing. We still have a profit showing. And then the 25-pointer. I heard somebody on that, Brad, just say that Powell starts talking at 11:30, which is right now. So let's see if we get any more wilder action. It's pretty tame. So this is a 25-pointer outside the butterfly, but we're still at a break even to potentially profit. Just kind of, let's call it break even on that one. So we'll keep watching this guy. Here's the chart. We'll go back and see what's going on over there in the room.
That we saw as well. JJ asking a question. Do you have your setup where we do you have your setup where we can get it like Rod? Okay. My workspace? No, but if you in Discord, if y'all want, email me that. Email me at brad@TradersDevGroup, and I'll set one up. I'd primarily trade 2 screens, so my workspace is set up on two screens. This one is the one I trade from. I watch the here, and then my supporting screen has my Ninja console and several of the markets in a smaller view where I can see where the movement is going. Ricky, you see why FOMC day, you see that push right up there to 75, and you see that push right back down? Why? That's the reason why we said lock in profits on the way up, because this kind of crazy, and somebody is talking now, I'm sure, on the East Coast. So that push up, we could see this trade exactly where Mr. Carlson was talking about. We push up here, and then we could see it make a stronger move here. All the fun now. This is, if you're trading today live money, you better, well, you need to know what you're doing. That's the reason why I don't like to do these screens and trade live, because I'm answering questions and trying to keep up with what's going on in these different instruments. And I'm just not built like Rod. Rod can do all that stuff, drink his coffee, and sing songs. And that's what makes me amazed with that man. So Ricky, you could also see here off of this VWAP touch, and see how that response was on the VWAP touch right here off of the ES. Okay, that is a strong level, because you're looking at the low of yesterday right here at the green. You can see it right here as we look it up over here on the 30-minute chart. So you can see that bounce straight off there along again for as long as it got back in as a potential, or waiting for a lower level here. The next lower level is that naked point of control, this 540 range, if it comes back to that. I can see this continuation move still. It has plenty of opportunity to move up here. Demetrius, yeah, we could use a song or two. I get knocked down, I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. Name that tune. Come on, Demetrius, name that tune. Look at that, baby. Look, VWAP touch for the VWAP longers. Anybody take that long off of VWAP? Come on now. Come on now. Somebody took it. Somebody's. All right, JJ took it. Nice. All right. Now, rinse and repeat. You better lock in some inventory or profit, because we can see maybe a little bit more, break above, and then if the trade's back in,
Order filled.
continue the crazy. All right, I don't know. Has anybody answered? I get knocked down. I get knocked. Anybody? I didn't hear an answer to that. Come on, who sang that? That's one of those one-hit wonders. Come on. Well, I know you can't voice record it and figure it out because my lyrics are bad and my voice is bad on that, right? Come on now. There you go. By God. Way to go, Tim. Way to go, Dean. Chiwamba wamba wamba wamba. Yeah, no kidding.
Order filled.
And the other song that comes to mind during a trading day like this is Whip It Good. Anybody know that one? Look at there. Here we go. Let's see if you're going to bounce off of VWAP again. MES looking.
Now we're getting some nice action. Look at this. It's like a trampoline.
She's right at it. In queue,
How do I
Nazi,
pause this?
right at it. Boy, we got some smack talking going on now. This is the reason why we like to watch.
I can't figure out how to pause this guy.
All right. Yep. Yeah, Devo. Nice, Jeremy. Jeremy's actual name is his Callahan handle. That's Jeremy.
What is
New
going on
member
here?
to.
Jeez. Okay, so now we're getting some nice. Well, we were getting some nice action. Let's see what we got going on. So this is. Let's go back to the 15. Let's go to the chart first. Here's the chart. Kai. Here's our 15-pointer. So we're outside the tent. Still kind of profitable. Break even to profitable. Not too much damage. Look at those pops. Well, he must be saying some good stuff right now. Something. Or bad stuff. Here's our 20-pointer outside the tent. But you can see that this is showing a nice profit out there if that's real. It could be if we had exit orders just sitting out there waiting. We might get filled on one of those. Doesn't look too nice. Let's go to the 25-point. Here's the 25-pointer. Popping around. So no real good profit really, or solid profit yet. No real solid loss yet. Look at that. What if we get that? 300? Maybe. I don't know. I've had trouble getting filled on Fed days, like at these outer edge numbers. Like if I was trying to get 200 or 300, I don't know. From experience, I've kind of not. But I guess there's been times too when the pops will get triggered. Kind of crazy, weird pricing on Fed day, where I get filled at prices that was both advantageous and not great, or not being able to get filled. So it looks like we're moving up.
Order filled. Order filled.
Jeez.
Order filled.
Sorry about that. I'm distracted. So let's go back to the room and see what Brad's up to.
Typically shows a lot of resistance in recent memories for me. Anytime we're coming up from a level like that, it seems like 80 tends to be a response by the sellers. Does anybody else see that when they're watching the ES? That anywhere in the 100 mark. And so in between here, we get up to the 80, and there seems to be a little bit of a bounce or a pullback down or a strong rejection at that point sometimes. All right, we're almost there, Luke. We're going to hit the 600 and then head back to VWAP. Is that what that was your vote? Nice, nice. It is good. All right, let's see. So Luke is going to short the 600, so we don't have to. Looks like we're going to blow a little bit through it, is what it looks like. So I would be careful on that short. If this line is going to hold this particular point of control, let's watch back here just a minute, so we can kind of look at where we're at here. This is a point of control here that goes all the way back.
Stop filled.
All the way back to February 1st. This was right down here, and this was the launch point up to the upper, all the way through February and April. That was where the price launched back up at. So we dipped down below it, and now we broke back above that particular zone. So that's just a FYI, things to keep aware of and kind of watch. That's why looking left is always to your advantage. Let me get back here, come back here. I'm trying to get all that. Stop. I don't need all that crap. I just need what's happening today. Come on. What are you doing going that far up? Blew through the 600s. Blew through it. I don't think we're coming back to VWAP for a little while. But we're coming into the T-line, so look for some support here. Don't look for taking the first touch. I would look for a retest, a dip, and maybe a second touch. But right now we've got a very violent move here, moving on the upside. So trying to short this immediately is perilous. Is that a good word? Perilous?
Order filled.
Ill-advised. Or in my world, just plumb dumb. So don't be plumb dumb trying to take this first touch, especially like that. Now, I know I have to talk to Phil. Phil, I don't know how to say it in British type terminology. How do you say plumb dumb in over across the pond? How do you boys say that? Daft. Yeah, there you go. Daft's good. I think at this time of day for the Europeans, I think they've got other duties and stuff, so it's usually hard for them to be around at this point, getting into their evening time. All right, so the NQ is pushing right up here. We'll watch to see what it does, but see how quickly it took back that move from yesterday. So all longs, you can send me a thank you anytime. You're welcome. Said taking long from here. Isn't that what I said? Right there, look. Now watch. We get a pullback here. I'm going to look back here on the 5-minute chart. You can see here on the 5-minute, you can see kind of how the candles are responding. We're well above the 10 EMA, and so definitely would not look at trying to short it until we see some reasons why. But right now there are absolutely no reasons why to look at a short. As of yet on any of the markets. Dadgummit. I would pick a day I'd lock myself out of my DRB and say I was going to hold true to it and miss this kind of fun. Rod should have told me I would have been in the room, doing the room earlier. Then I would have traded differently. Of course I would have. Yeah, right. Well above +2 minus. Well, where'd we go? Wait a minute. Why are we not seeing the bands here?
Stop field.
All right, let that catch back up with it.
Order
Let her
filled.
go. 700. Well, we blew through the 600s. FOMC today. Trade smart. Look at that. Tell me some people are getting really happy about that trade today. Come on now. Right through this level, we're coming back in, looking to retest this level potentially, also at our T line. So we're now breaking in. This is a break above, potentially close above our T line and moving into a bearish type mode. But it is FOMC day, and because of that, anything can happen, and we can take this back and make that move that Steve Carlson was talking about. This could still be a move up to take out a bunch of stops, and then we can see it make that next move down. Yes, you see now the bands are moving up.
Order filled.
Well beyond right now. Watching the bands, we can see higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. You can watch it on.
Okay, let's see where we're at here. This is our butterfly. Let's go to the first. Let's go to the chart real quick. See what's going on here. Here's the chart, the SPX. Okay, and then here's our. Let's go to look at our 15-point butterfly. So we're way outside the tent now, and this band, this pink line, is just all over the place. So I can't get any. You can't really tell like what's where with this band, but we're way down here outside the 10 on this one. Let's look at the 20-point outside the butterfly structure. We're not all the way down to the worst case scenario. It looks like we're down about 100 and it's like 100, maybe $100 to break even. And then let's look at the 25-point wide outside the butterfly and just bouncing all over the place. Who knows? All right, we'll just keep going. Go back to the room.
And you can see that high volume shelf that was put in yesterday and how it stopped right at that level and bounced. Remember yesterday, 509.5 was a threshold that needed to be held for the ES. And once we broke below it, we made that move down. But now we came back, broke above it, retested that level, and are continuing in an upward move. Let's see if we can get 5150. Van Halen is back in sight. One never knows, but it's up here at the high of day. Interesting. Interesting to see if that is a potential move. Lynn, and I'll be shorting around the 835.
Order submitted.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Order filled.
Let's take a look here. Nice. Nice. Well done. Well done. Well done. Nice. Awesome. Came down and touched that particular zone, and it was supported the first time. Let's see if the 100 on the US holds or at the 95 level. So it looks like we broke up through to the 09, and we're holding the big round number so far. When I say that this level was 4595 here, we can look back here. That level was an area of interest on the dip on the 26. So this level was a shelf and a holding zone for a while. So breaking back above it, we're going to see how the buyers, if buyers supporting are able to respond right here in this particular zone, and also in this zone right here at the 595s. Odds are good that the sellers are sitting out on the sidelines and not trying to fight it. And we can see a continued move potentially. Possibly that 5150. Okay, now Luke, what's your bet on making it up to this next level? 5136, 5150, or making a move back down to 600 or back down to 80. My 80 50, 80 mark there on the ES blew right through that one. So today FOMC knocked that out.
Hi.
Best trading day. By God, Sabrina, yes, you are so welcome anytime. Yes. When Rod's on vacay, I'm going to be on vacay too. So we're going to have, I'll solicit that you help run the room on, I think he said the May 22nd or 22nd is his last day, and then he's headed out. So I'll start the room on the 23rd and then complete it on June the 9th. He's back June 10th in the room. So if you are planning vacation time away from Rod as well, then that's a good time to do it. If not, and you want to see me slow down trading to a level that makes some sense out of all the chaos. I don't know if it's all the sense, but some sense. I'd slow it down to 1x speed, where Rod's about a 4x speed. When you're listening to a podcast or watching a video, you can speed it up. Rod's flipping and doing all kinds of wonderful things. I slow it down. Maybe my Texan background. Yeah. I tend to try to buy. I feel more comfortable buying versus selling. I don't mind selling, but it's not my natural response. So I'm more inclined to buy a trade than to short a trade. So yeah, I understand, Luke. Yeah, we all have a tendency in the comfort level. Definitely, it's just a matter of what is yours. For sure. Yeah, there you go, Todd. Yeah, look at the big brain on Rod right there.
Okay, so here we go. This is 11:52, and I'm probably going to pause this thing. I don't really see any reason to keep going. You can just see everything's wacky. Look at this crazy risk graph. So let's just go through these butterflies real quick, and then I'll come back at end of day and see where it settles. Watch this. Let's see. What are your bets? We'll come back and we'll get a pin. We've already had 2 pins. So let's go for 3. So here's the chart, the SPX, the 1-minute chart. And let's look at our butterflies real quick. Here's the 15-pointer. We're way outside the tent. And we can't really get any accurate number, reliable number of what that is. I mean, it's probably not at a full loss yet, but this thing's all over the place. So let's look at the 20. This is the 20-pointer outside the tent. We haven't really hit max loss, it looks like, but who knows where we could get filled at that point. It's all over the place. And then the last one is the 25-point wide butter. And that's where we're at on that one. Same down minus who knows what. Heaven knows. Okay, so I'm going to shut this down for right now, and then we'll come back at, I'll come back at like end of day. If it looks like we're going to pin or something, anything that looks exciting, I'll come in a little early. Otherwise, I'll wait till right at the end of the day, see where the thing settles at for today. All right, be back shortly. Okay, here we go. It's 12:42. We got 20 minutes left. And if we take a look at the chart here, you can see that we on the Fed move, we moved up. We went way up. And then we're coming back down. And so we're coming back down potentially back into our butterfly tent. So I thought this might be kind of cool. Let's just kind of watch this going into the end of the day. Do you think we can get 3 pins? Oh, no. Come on. So let's just take a look at all 3 of these real quick. So here's our 15-minute. There's about 18 minutes left in the market. So this is our 15 strike width. This one is still out of the money. But if we had an order on, we could potentially get a fill and get break even or profitable at this point right here. I think that's reasonable. Let's look at the next one. This is the 20-point wide butterfly. Outside of the tent. Looks like we're coming back in, potentially. And this one, I think we could probably get out at break even or profit as well, where we're at right now. You can see this showing like up $30, $30 plus. So then let's look at our 25 wing. Here's the 25 wing. We're starting to re-enter the tent. We're very close to re-entering. This is we could get out of this one for a profit. Break even or better for sure, I think. But let's see how this thing settles. Let's see if it comes in and settles right at 50.20. I don't think it can do that. Come on. 3 in 1 week. Let's check out the room as we wait and see where this thing lands. What do we got going on
Steve-O,
over here?
nice big G2. Nice. Most of it trading single accounts and not replicating. Very good. Good job. Good job. All right, now we're into the last 15 minutes. It's always the funny time price action, but adding on top of it FOMC, I would imagine it's going to still maintain some pretty goofy moves. How many people have heard of the 50-minute algo and the 55 algo? There's some trade setups that people talk about on the last 10 minutes before the close of the session and the last 5. Phil, yeah, you've heard about it because we've discussed it. That's true. Yeah. Do you trade? Have you tried that out and that setup? As TDGers, we don't do that, but it all depends. Yeah, it all depends on that roller coaster. That's right. Yeah, it's basically a gamble. I've seen people. I've tried it a couple times and I got annoyed. I won. Well, anyway, I'm not going to speak to that. It's too gimmicky. I mean, trade the bands, be smart, trade high probability trades, do it the TDG way, and trade like you mean it. Stop trading those little goofy things, right? Phil, welcome back. You were away from the mic for a little while, or from the chat room, because I was calling you out a little bit and I didn't hear from you, or you were just ignoring me. Either one. Where are they going to park it? They're going to park it right here at 600. We'll probably, looks like we're kind of slowing down. Bounce up to +1, park it at 600. It'll be interesting to see what they do over the next hour. I don't think we're going to get the 500 yet, but we might get that 500 for a dip down overnight. It'll be interesting to see in the morning what does happen. Dow retraced, came back through, did the exact same thing. Just moved back across, back into range. Just like a glove, that Dow is good at hitting the VWAP. Rod preaches to us on a regular basis. If you're struggling to qualify a 25,000 account or any prop account, if you trade 1 and 2 lots on the Dow, you will be able to get it done. It is more manageable to trade the range trader and also even the bands with the Dow and get those accounts qualified. And it also teaches a lot of discipline and looking at your bid zones and your offer zones on a regular basis. Nice. All right, Todd, I can't see all that. Explain it. Made some bad trades up top. Okay. Looking for it to go higher? Yeah. Yep, that makes sense. So we stalled out in that, and then the pressure pushed it back down on the ES. Makes sense. Tried to get back inside day a little bit. Inside day of what was trading on Tuesday, Monday. Monday such a small range, and then Friday we had pushed up over here and it stayed up here. Oh, you're doing baby duty. Okay. Yeah. What time is it in your world? Is it getting close to evening time? What, you're 7 hours ahead? So right around 10 o'clock? Getting close to 10, is that right? Yeah. Oh, 9 p.m. Okay. Yep. Got it. All right, guys. Well, it looks like it's calming down for the rest of the day. I say we look at calling it.
Okay, we got 10 minutes left, and we haven't moved much since the last one, but we've come back a lot from the highs. Let's go to the chart real quick. So here we are. So let's look at our 15 butterfly, 15 wide wings. This one we are showing. We could probably get out of it at this price, I would imagine, if this was a live trade. I think there's still room to get out of this at a break even or a profit. Let's take a look at the 20-point wide. Same thing. I think that we could get out at a profit on this one right now still. And this, let's see, the 25-point wide. We're creeping up on that tent. So we could totally get out of a profit on this one right now. So it'll be interesting to see if this comes back in the tent. If I had to guess, I would say it would settle at 550. You'll see how bad I am at picking direction right now. So I would say, oh, look at that, it's coming back in the tent. Well, let me change my answer. Look at this. You know, if this thing pins, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go jump out the window. Look at this. So we're into profit now on this. Let's go to the 15. So if we had the 15 wide on, we'd have a profit, a nice profit right now. We could make, just from my experience doing these, I think that we could probably get at least 150, maybe probably 200 on this little guy. And it keeps going down. It keeps going into the 10. Is it going to go to 50-20 and pin again? It's like a world record. This is the 20-point wide butterfly. This one is, we could get a profit right now of like 400. Wow. You know, on my back tests on these, on my back test of these, it did wind back up in the tent, like at the end of the day, like way more than I thought it would. Surprisingly amount. Here's the 25 point wide. Oh, holy crap. This thing is going to go to 2. It's going to pin again. We have 8 minutes left. If this thing pins again, like at 50-20, I'm seriously going to have to go out and walk down to the liquor store. I'll have to walk because I'll be so rattled I won't be able to drive. Walk down to the liquor store and buy me a bunch of lottery tickets because like luck is on my side here. This is not how it's supposed to be, guys. If you haven't traded these before, this isn't normal. Like, well, it hasn't pinned yet, so I'm sort of counting my chickens here before they hatch. But let's just see what happens. Okay, so this is the 25 point wide. So right now we could get out of this for $700 at least, probably more. Let's look at the 15. So we're inside the 10 on the 15. We could get out of this right now. Oh my gosh, this thing's going to go to 50-20. We could get out of this trade for 300 at least or more at this point. Let's look at the 50. Let's look at the 20 point wide butterfly. We could get out at 600 on this one right now. And then let's look at the 25 point wide. This one is the current price. You can see the SPX right here. We're at 50.28. We have to go down 8 more points to pin in 6 minutes. So this is the 25 point wide butterfly. Okay, we're trading at 50.27. 50.20 is the pin. Am I dreaming? I got to pinch myself. This is weird. Okay, so our countdown clock up here just started. You can see we got 5 minutes left. We are closing in on that 50.20. This is ridiculous. But wonderful, exciting. Let's look at the other one real quick. Let's look at the 15 pointer. Here's the 15 point coming in for its pin. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. What are the odds of this? So we could get out of profit on this one, no problem at this point. $600 at least. Had we held on all during that move. Total risk on this is 170. Let's look at the 20 point wide as it comes into the pin. Oh, now it's moving away from it. Okay, so we can make $800 on this one. We have 4 minutes left. Let's go to our 25 point wide. I'm glad I'm recording this. I've recorded all 3 of these pins because no one would believe it. So this is up over $1,000 in profit, $1,300, almost $1,400 in profit on this 25 wide. Total risk on this trade is 480. We have 3 minutes, 22 seconds left. I think if this pins, I'm just gonna go get a bottle of Jack Daniels or something and just. This is really weird. And of course, it's like while we're paper trading, right? As soon as I start like live trading this, it'll never pin. It looks like it's going to do it. It's going to come right in there. Holy moly. 2 minutes, 44 seconds left. Man, I couldn't have scripted this video better. What in the world? Oh, there's Schwab. Okay, this is the 20-point wide butter. Oh my gosh. It's trading at 50.21. Unbelievable. This is ridiculous. Okay, let's look at the 20-point wide. Oh, there we go. We're at 50.20 with 2 minutes left. Well, it has 2 minutes to like not break the world record of pins in a week. There it goes. It's starting to move away. It's saying, no, wait a second, guys. We can't do this. We can't do 3 in a week. That's ridiculous. Come on. Let's go to the 50-25. We'll go to the 50-25 or the 50-30. Okay, we got 1 minute and 30 seconds. This is crazy. Or if I should call the local news. They can come out here and they can report on this. This is ridiculous. Okay, we have 1 minute and 9 seconds. We're trading at 50.21. Now 50.20. The pin is at 50.20. And there was a big move up. I mean, it was way outside that tent, man. And so it's come back. We have 51 seconds. Oh my gosh. It was wild. Weird. Wonderfully weird. Oh, starting to edge away. No, I don't know. It's still coming in. 30 seconds. I'm gonna faint. I better make sure there's nothing on the floor in case I fall over. Bang my head or something. 20 seconds. It's going to do it, man. It was ridiculous. 12 seconds. Oh, it overshot it a little bit. 5, 4, 3. This is crazy. 2, 1. There it is. Okay, let's see if it makes one more little move here. I guess that's it. But still, okay, it's not a perfect pin. I mean, that wouldn't be allowed. 3 in the same week. But that's pretty dang close. So it looks like the final price is 50.18. 5018. So let's go back. Well, first let's look at the chart real quick. So here's the chart. Okay. Right back down to where we started, basically. And then let's look at the 3 different butters. So we have the 15. Here's the 15-point wide. 15-point wide wings on this one. And this one we can disregard the pink because the pink's done now. So now the blue is the official price, basically. So the price on this one has come back and it's pinned and it's at 50.18. I mean, the profit is 1,164. 1,165 on that one, on a risk of 170. That's ridiculous. Man, what a great return that is. Okay, and then this is the 20-point wide wing. Total risk on this was 300, and the blue line on this settled says $1,536. And then the last one here, this is the 25-point wide wing. Total risk on this one was 480, and the total profit on this 1,856. Those are all amazing returns for a few hours here, 6 hours or whatever it was. So there it goes. All right, so let's go and update our Excel sheet. So here's our Excel sheet. I'm starting to fill this out here. I got to come back and I got to put the risks, total risk on these trades in. But today's Fed day. This is today's trade. These are the risks for the 15 wide had $170 risk. 20 wide had a $300 risk, and the 25 wide had a $480 risk. So this one, because it was Fed day, there was no profit made in the morning session. It was just break even. So I'm just going to put break even for these. Break even, break even, break even. And that's probably a good reason why I don't want to trade Fed days. Fed days are just kind of a waste. I mean, we could have we put this position on at the beginning, but by 11, they were exactly the same. And why sit there and stress out for 2 or 3 or 4 hours with no progress being made? Anyway, so the midday on these, they were at a loss. They were all way down. But then, I can't believe there's been 3 pins. We ended the day with another pin. What in the world is going on? That's not normal. I think this is proof that we live in the Matrix. This is all virtual reality. None of this is real. My whole concept of the world has just changed, my whole viewpoint. But let's hope we get another one tomorrow. All right, so that's it for this one. If you'd like to follow along with me on these trades, just make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel below. Hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to join me on my website. We're going to start doing a lot of cool stuff on our website that's not on the channel. So be sure to join us over there. Just go to my website. I'll leave a link to my website in the description below. Head on over there, sign up for my free email newsletter. And when you do that, you'll get a welcome email sent right away to you. Just reply back to that welcome email, and I'll see it come in. I'll reply to you, and we'll go from there. All right, that's it for this one. And as my kids would say, make sure to smash that like button and leave a comment below. We'll see you next time.